My friends, today I want to talk with you about one truth that can change your life. And that truth is consistency. Builds champions. Many people think that champions are born with talent. Many people think that winners are lucky. Many people believe that if you are gifted, you will automatically rise to the top. But the real story is not like that. The real story is about consistency. Consistency means you show up again and again. Consistency means you keep going when others stop. Consistency means you do the work even when you are tired, even when you are bored, even when you do not feel motivated. Champions are not made in one night. Champions are not created in one day. Champions are built slowly through small steps repeated every day. Look around you. Every person who has achieved greatness in any field, whether it is sports, business, art, or science, has one thing in common. They were consistent. They kept practicing. They kept learning. They kept moving forward while many others gave up. Let me tell you something. Talent can give you a start, but only consistency can take you to the finish line. Luck can give you one chance, but only consistency can give you a lifetime of success. Motivation can push you today, but only consistency will keep you moving tomorrow. Think about a seed. When you plant a seed in the soil, you do not get fruit in one day. You do not get a tree in 1 week. You have to water it every day. You have to protect it every day, and slowly that small seed becomes a strong tree that gives shade and fruit. This is exactly how consistency works in your life. The problem with many people is that they want fast results. They want success in 1 week. They want money in 1 month. They want fitness in 10 days. But life does not work like that. Real success takes time. Real success takes patience. Real success takes consistency. If you want to be a champion, you have to train your mind to be steady. You have to tell yourself, I will not stop. I will not quit. I will not lose focus, because every day of effort is building me into a champion. Every day of practice is shaping my future. Every day of hard work is pushing me closer to my dream. So my friends, remember this: the journey to greatness does not begin with a giant leap. The journey begins with one small step repeated again and again, and that is the meaning of consistency. Consistency builds champions, and today you are going to learn how you too can become a champion through the power of consistency. My friends, now let us talk about the real power of small steps, because many people believe that success is about big actions or sudden changes, but in truth, success is built on very small actions done with consistency every day. Think about a drop of water. One drop seems weak and powerless, but when that drop falls on the same rock again and again, it makes a mark, and over time it breaks the rock, not because the drop is strong, but because it is consistent. This is the secret of small steps. If you study for 1 hour only on the night before an exam, you may pass, but you will not master the subject. But if you study even 20 minutes every day, you will not only pass, you will understand, you will remember, and you will feel confident when the exam comes. This is the magic of small steps. If you want to be fit, going to the gym once for 5 hours will not change your body, but exercising for 30 minutes every day will transform you. In a few months, one small step repeated is stronger than one big effort that is never repeated. If you want to save money, putting aside a small amount every day may look useless at first, but after a year, you will see growth. After 5 years, you will see real wealth. This is the power of small steps. The world is full of people who started with nothing but became great because they respected small steps. A writer writes only 1 page each morning, and in 1 year, he has a whole book. An artist practices drawing for 30 minutes every night, and in 1 year he creates a beautiful gallery. An athlete runs a few kilometers every morning, and in 1 year he is ready to compete. Small steps create champions. But here is the problem: many people ignore small steps. They say, what is the use of reading only 10 pages? What is the use of saving only 10 coins? What is the use of practicing only a little? Every day they wait for a big chance. They wait for a big moment, and that moment never comes. But the wise person knows that success grows like a plant, one drop, one step, one effort at a time. So my friends, remember this: do not underestimate the power of small steps. The road to greatness is not built in 1 day. It is built step by step. Every single day when you feel that your effort is too small, remind yourself that every mountain is made of small stones. Every ocean is made of small drops. Every champion is made of small steps repeated again and again. Consistency in small steps is the secret that turns ordinary people into extraordinary champions. My friends, now let us look at real examples, because nothing explains the power of consistency better than the lives of champions. People you know, people you admire, people who became great not because of sudden talent or luck, but because they were consistent every single day. Think about an athlete. Every morning while the world sleeps, he wakes up at 5 o'clock. He ties his shoes, he runs, he lifts weights, he practices. Again and again, thousands of times he falls, he fails, he sweats. But he never stops. Then one day the world sees him win a gold medal. People clap, people cheer. They call him talented, they call him lucky. But what the world does not see are the years of hard work, the mornings of pain, the days of practice that made him a champion. Consistency, not luck, created his success. Think about a student. She does not wait for the exam to come. She studies every single day. She reads her notes, she reviews her lessons, she gives 1 hour daily, while her friends are wasting time in games and gossip. At the end, when the exam comes, she feels calm. She writes with confidence. She passes with flying colors. People say she is brilliant, but the truth is she was consistent. She respected small steps. She honored her goal every day. Think about a writer. He decides to write just 2 pages every morning. At first it feels slow. At first it feels small, but he keeps writing. 2 pages daily. After 1 year, he holds a complete book in his hands. After 2 years, he holds 2 books, and the world calls him successful. They call him gifted, but the real gift was his consistency. Think about a businessman. He does not build his empire in 1 day. He works step by step. He invests wisely. He learns from mistakes. He wakes up early every morning and gives time to his work while others give up after 1 failure. He continues after 10 failures. He continues, and 1 day people look at him with respect and say, he is lucky, he is rich. But the truth is he was consistent. And if you look at history, you will find the same lesson. Thomas Edison failed hundreds of times before inventing the light bulb, but he was consistent. He said, I have not failed, I have only found ways that do not work. Michael Jordan, the basketball legend, was cut from his high school team, but he was consistent in practice and became the greatest. Muhammad Ali trained daily and repeated his moves thousands of times before stepping into the ring. All champions are built with consistency. So my friends, when you admire a champion, do not admire only the victory. Admire the journey. Admire the practice. Admire the patience. Admire the consistency, because behind every medal, behind every trophy, behind every success story, there is one secret, and that secret is consistency builds champions. My friends, we have seen how consistency creates champions, but now we must understand the other side. Why do so many people fail? Why do so many people stop halfway? Why do so many people give up on their dreams? The truth is, most people do not fail because they are weak. Most people do not fail because they lack talent. Most people do not fail because they have no opportunities. They fail because they cannot stay consistent. They fail because they start strong, but they cannot finish strong.
In the beginning, everybody feels
motivated. Everybody feels excited. Everybody makes big plans. They say, I will change my life. I will study hard. I will get fit. I will save money. I will build a business. But after a few days, the fire goes down. After a few weeks, the energy disappears, and soon they stop. They look at their dream and it looks too far. They look at the mountain and it looks too high. They look at the road and it looks too long, so they stop halfway and they call it impossible. But the truth is, it was not impossible. It was only incomplete. They lost because they could not continue. They lost because they lacked consistency. Many people want fast results. They want success like instant coffee. They want progress like instant messages. They want wealth like a lottery ticket, but life does not work like that. Life rewards the patient. Life rewards the consistent. Life rewards those who do not quit. Let me give you an example. A person joins the gym, he works hard for 2 weeks, he feels pain, he feels tired, he looks in the mirror and sees no change, so he says it does not work and he quits. Another person goes to the gym, but only for 30 minutes. Every day he keeps going for 6 months, he looks in the mirror and sees transformation, who became the champion, the one who was consistent. Another example, a student studies hard for 1 week, then stops. For 2 weeks, then starts again, then stops. Again, when exams come, he is nervous and weak. Another student studies a little every day, never too much, but never too little. When exams come, she is ready and confident. Who became the champion, the one who was consistent. Failure comes to those who quit. Too early success comes to those who keep going. Even when it is slow, even when it is hard, even when it feels boring. So my friends, remember this: it is not lack of talent that destroys people. It is not lack of resources. It is not lack of opportunity. It is lack of consistency. The person who stops never wins, but the person who keeps moving always finds the way. If you want to avoid failure, then avoid quitting. If you want to avoid regret, then avoid stopping. If you want to achieve greatness, then make consistency your weapon, because the truth is simple. Many people fail not because they cannot do it, but because they do not continue doing it. My friends, we have learned that consistency builds champions. We have seen the power of small steps, and we have seen why people fail. Now the question comes, how can you build consistency in your own life? How can you make sure that you do not quit? How can you train yourself to stay steady on your journey? The first step is to start small. Many people fail because they start too big. They say, I will study 5 hours every day, I will exercise. For 2 hours, I will read 50 pages, and after 2 days, they feel tired and they give up. The secret is to start small. If you cannot study 5 hours, then study 30 minutes. If you cannot exercise 2 hours, then exercise 10 minutes. If you cannot read 50 pages, then read 5 pages. Start small, but be steady. The second step is to build habits. When you repeat something daily, it becomes natural. Like brushing your teeth, you do not think about it, you just do it the same way. If you read every night for 10 minutes, it becomes part of your life. If you walk every morning, it becomes part of your life. When an action becomes a habit, consistency becomes easy. The third step is to remove excuses, because excuses are the enemy of consistency. People say, I am tired, I am busy, I will do it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. You must fight your excuses. You must tell yourself, I will do it now, no matter how small, no matter how weak I feel, because action today is always stronger than promises for tomorrow. The fourth step is to stay focused on your goal. Always remind yourself why you started. When you feel lazy, remember your dream. When you feel bored, remember your purpose. When you feel weak, remember the life you want to live. Write your goal where you can see it. Put it on your wall, put it on your phone, put it in your heart, and let it remind you daily that consistency is the path to victory. The fifth step is patience, because consistency without patience is impossible. Results take time. A tree does not grow in one day. Muscles are not built in 1 week. Wealth is not created in 1 month. Every great result takes time, but if you are patient and steady, you will see growth. You will see progress. You will see transformation. And the last step is to celebrate progress. Many people only look at the final goal and they feel sad because it is far away, but if you celebrate your small wins, you will stay motivated. If you finish 1 chapter, celebrate. If you save some money, celebrate. If you complete 1 week of practice, celebrate every small victory, because it proves that you are consistent and it pushes you forward. So my friends, building consistency is not about being perfect. It is not about doing everything at once. It is about starting small, making it a habit, removing excuses, staying focused, being patient, and celebrating progress. If you do this every day, you will become unstoppable. You will become unshakable. You will become a champion. Because consistency builds champions. My friends, we have walked through this journey together. We began with the truth that consistency builds champions. We saw the power of small steps. We saw examples of great champions. We saw why many people fail, and we learned how to build consistency. But now let us end with one strong message, the message that will stay in your heart, the message that can guide your life. Success is not one. Big action success is not one. Lucky chance success is not one golden. Opportunity success is millions of small actions repeated with faith, repeated with patience, repeated with consistency. You may feel that your daily actions are too small, but remember, this every drop fills the ocean, every brick builds the wall, every step makes the journey, and every effort shapes the champion. When you feel tired, remember that champions also feel tired, but they continue. When you feel bored, remember that champions also feel bored, but they stay steady. When you feel weak, remember that champions also feel weak, but they never quit. That is why they are champions, because consistency makes them rise again and again. You must understand this, my friends. Champions are not born, they are made. They are made through discipline. They are made through patience. They are made through consistency. You too can be a champion. You too can rise in your life. You too can achieve your dream, if you are willing to stay steady and never quit. So today I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will stay consistent. Promise that you will not give up. Promise that you will take small steps every day. Promise that you will not stop when it gets hard. Promise that you will not quit when it gets slow. Promise that you will continue until you reach your goal. Look at your life. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I dream? What do I believe in? And then ask yourself, am I willing to be consistent to achieve it? Because the answer to that question decides your future. The answer to that question decides if you will be ordinary or if you will be a champion. And when the day comes, when you reach your goal, when you win your victory, when you hold your success in your hands, people will call you lucky. People will call you talented, but you will smile because you will know the truth. You will know it was consistency that made you a champion. So my brothers and sisters, never forget these words. Write them in your heart, speak them in your mind, live them in your actions. Consistency builds champions. It built champions in the past, it builds champions today, and it will build champions tomorrow. And if you choose it, then it will build you into a champion too.